Now, the last concept we want to explore are Prana, Tejas, and Ojas. And these are the subtle doshas. Doshas you know by now, right? There's 3 doshas that are Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Vata being made of air and ether, Pitta being made of fire and water, and Kapha being made of water and earth. Now, Prana, Tejas, and Ojas are the subtle versions of that. Prana is somewhat the subtle version of Vata dosha, to keep it nice and simple. Again, remember air and ether elements, so it has those qualities as well. Prana in Sanskrit means constant motion, and it is really kind of life force. It's considered the original life force and creative power, which in Chinese medicine and martial arts is being called Qi. In other traditions, Holy Spirit, Prana, etc. There's so many different terminologies for that same force. In Ayurveda, we say that all disease is due to stagnant prana, to an interruption of the free flow of prana or life force. Prana comes into the body with our first breath, and it's the last thing to leave when we are dying, when our physical form is dying, with the last breath. Prana really is the spark of life, and it is the force behind all functions in the body, the mind, and the universe. Remember, our body is a microcosm within the macrocosm. It's raw energy, and again, it consists of air and ether elements, so it's very subtle in itself. Prana really is the currency of life, and it's the electric impulse that's running down a nerve. It's the base that makes all the sub-doshas run properly. So even though no dosha is superior to another, neither is a sub-dosha or a subtle dosha. But you find, looking again at the qualities of elements, because air and ether are so flimsy, they're so subtle, right, compared to fire that has a lot more substance and is a lot more perceivable, or water and earth that have a lot more substance again. That means that air and ether being so flimsy, they're kind of the first one to get out of balance, and they are also, because they are the constant motion, they are the change, they are that which moves. In that sense, they govern everything else, because without that movement, without that life force, nothing else could exist or be your function, right? So it's not superior, but in some way it is governing other things. So healthy prana in the body looks like healthy metabolism, healthy circulation, and the coordination and acuity of all our 5 senses, and its relationship to all movement in the body, the functioning of our nerves, our breath, the circulation, and so forth. That's where movement starts, not by actually going for a run. Movement starts with breathing in and out. And a steady and clear mind and consciousness is also a sign of healthy prana. From here, looking at Tejas, the second subtle dosha. And Tejas is fire at its purest subtle essence. It's the result of Tejas is glow. It's right, people that have this glow, this spark, this just, radiance in their face. It is the most subtle form of Pitta that is governing cellular metabolism, right? Remember that I said in the previous video explaining the doshas, Pitta is that which transforms. It's our metabolic strength. And so Tejas is the subtle essence of that metabolic force. It works synergistically with Ojas and Prana, which are the subtle versions of all the 3 doshas, like I mentioned. So 3 signs of healthy Tejas in someone are radiance and clarity, lustrous pink lips, cheeks, palms, and soles of the feet, tongue, and genitalia. Luster to the skin, eyes, and hair. A healthy spleen, because that pumps oxygenated red blood cells to nourish the body. A clean and clear tongue, being bright and intelligent, a focused mind, a glowing aura, strong digestion and good appetite, and sparkling clear eyes. And lastly, we are looking at Ojas, and Ojas is kind of the subtle form of Kapha. Remember when I mentioned earlier how Kapha is very much leading to, it's building and nourishing, whereas Vata and Pitta are more so depleting in excess, that is. So Ojas really is our internal storehouse of strength, energy, and vitality. And the meaning of Ojas is vigor. It's our umph. It is our vitality. It's our natural resistance to fight disease, aging, and decay. And it's a biological substance that's circulating through the body in the serum of the blood as different proteins and hormones. Again, like I mentioned, Ojas really provides our umph. And it's the final result of Dhatu Koshana, which is tissue metabolism. So when we create tissues, the dhatus that we went through earlier, a byproduct, but also the final product of that is Ojas, is vitality. That means that we can only have full vitality when all our tissues are built appropriately and are nourished. So Ojas is the most refined essence of the food we eat, therefore. Remember the dhatu building chain. And it is the cushion that protects us from the wear and tear of the world. So what does someone with healthy Ojas look and feel like? They have a pleasant body and breath odor. They feel rested upon waking, have a clean and pink tongue. They feel light in the body and clear in the mind. They have a strong and healthy digestion. They have strong immunity and rarely get sick. They are enthusiastic, have balanced and stable energy throughout the day and throughout their weeks and whatever life is throwing at them. They have lustrous skin and glowing complexion and a lot of stamina. They're not easily taxed by energy life. So this is a little introduction into Ojas, Prana, Tejas, and Ojas, the subtle forms essentially of Vata, Pitta, and Kapha that really govern, the subtleties of our lives, that are also the essence to really feel absolute well-being, vigor, strength, vitality, and be full of life force and full of the metabolic fire that creates change and therefore amplifies and expands our life.